everybody, welcome back. Here we are to play some more Necromunda today. It's another Skirmish mission. Today we're playing the hulking Ogryns slaves versus the shifty Delaque. So we've got an interesting mission we're going to be playing here. This mission's called Intelligence Gathering. It's out of the Delaque house book. And in this mission, what we've got to do is we've got to go and infiltrate a zone and deploy a bunch of listening devices. So the Delaque player's job here is to deploy 5 devices across the map, and I have to deploy one within 6 inches of each of the corners, and I also have to deploy one within 6 inches of the center. And the opponent, it's their job to basically stop you. So it's quite an interesting mission because it's a double action to deploy those listening devices. So I've got to get there and then next turn then be able to deploy the device. Okay, and so I'll let Brendy go through his slave Ogryn gang, and then I'll take you through my Delaque gang.
So today I'm running a leader. He's armed with 2 paired automatic fists. He's got the special skill of Narg. I've got a single champion model who is running the 2x arc welders. Both the leader and the underboss are running grenades as well. The leader's got incendiary charges and the champion's got blasting charges. The champion also has the skilled Narg as well. I have 1 ganger who is armed with a brute cleaver and a storm welder. I have 3 Lobo slaves who are all running dual axes. They are also all wearing hazard suits. I've got, in this particular mission, pre-deployment, one of my objective cards I've played is Slaves Becomes Masters, where I can deploy either 1 Goliath ganger or 2 Goliath slave Jews. So that is the tactic card there. It's a slave Ogryn specific one. And so on top of my Ogryns, I've got 2 Goliath slaves essentially as part of my gang today.
Okay, so now I'll go through the Delaque list. I'm bringing a Master of Shadow. The Master of Shadow has the skill Spring Up, and he is armed with a Melter Gun. I also have a Nuct Ghoul. My Nuct Ghoul is armed with the Serpent's Fangs, and he has Clamber. Both of those characters have armored undersuits and mesh armor. Okay, I then have a Phantom, my champion. He has a shotgun, and he has also upgraded his shotgun with executioner rounds for a little bit more punch. And he has the skill Faceless, so he's going to be a bit trickier to target. I then have a Ghost Specialist. So my Specialist is armed with a long rifle, and he also has an infra sight on that long rifle just to make it a bit easier for him to hit things. I then have Vane, a Ghost. He has an auto gun. I have another Ghost with a flechette pistol. I have another Ghost with a stub gun and photon flash grenades. And lastly, I have a Shadow with an auto pistol. Now, because of the special rules for the Nuct Ghoul, the Nuct Ghoul doesn't deploy during deployment. He's kept off the board, and then at the start of any round, the Nuct Ghoul can deploy with a very similar skill to Infiltrate, but it's his own skill. He's allowed to deploy outside of 6 inches and line of sight of anywhere on the table. So he's staying out of the way. He hasn't been deployed. So we can now go to talking about deployment. You can see there we've already set the board up. We have my whole gang is deployed along this side here. So you can see that they're set up along there. I'll just grab the little side camera here and we'll do a little quick zoom over the board. So we can see here we have my gang's in this corner here, and then we have a bunch of slave Ogryns all over the place because they have to deploy throughout the board. Brady has to have 1 on every quarter of the board. There's more of my guys down in this corner and more slave Ogryns and then the final Goliath guy is over on the staircase over in the corner over there. So that's our board, that's our setup. First round is coming up. Brendy, it's time to do a roll off to see who goes first.
Alright, I'm going to roll the yellow dice today.
I'll roll a red. Ooh, Delaque at the first go. Okay. Alright, well, let's see what we can do with that. We're going to go, I think, start with my sniper. My sniper will do an aim shot. So this is Cringe. Cringe going to do an aim shot with his long rifle into the Goliath fighter over here. So Cringe is going to have at that range no bonuses to hit because he's pretty close range. He has an infra sight, so he's going to ignore that light cover that the Goliath's standing behind, which is the little railing there. So he's just going to hit on his basic ballistic skill, but it's an aim shot, so he'll get +1. So he'll be hitting on a 3+. Okay, that's a hit with a 6. Okay, so I've made the hit roll. So what we're going to do is, because I hit on a 6, the Goliath is actually knocked back an inch because the sniper rifle has knockback, and then he's placed prone and pinned. And then I've got to make my wound roll with that sniper rifle shot. So I'm wounding him on a 4 because he's a Goliath with a tough 4, and I'm a strength 4 sniper rifle. Okay, I got a 5, so he is wounded. Brendy said there's no armor, so Brendy, am I rolling 2 dice here?
Yeah, so because he's got true grit, you'll need, because it's only damage 1, you'll need to roll 1 less dice, which is 2 and taking
2 dice, and then we take the best roll. Okay, so we're going to roll 2 dice here and take the best roll to see what happens to the guy. Okay, well that worked out good because I got a skull and a critical.
Great.
So he's critical, but he's not dead. So that's good.
All okay. Right. The other thing is he does have nerves of steel, but you've rolled a critical on the damage, so he would go prone anyway.
Yeah, true. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's my first activation. Brendy, over to you.
Very good. Well, that knockback saved me from falling down, which is really good.
Yep.
I feel like I should help that guy, but my Ogryn is definitely not fast enough to get anywhere near him. I don't think. I'll give it a go, I guess. But we should probably take that sniper out as well, I think. So we might do that for a start, or try and do that for a start. So I'm going to activate my champion here. And we're going to bring him out around here and over there. So they're going to move 4 inches. So I'll get him under the bridge. And then what we might do is I'm going to try and throw a grenade at your guy that you've got standing in the corner.
Yep.
My champion's armed with blasting charges. And he'll be able to throw that 10 inches.
Okay.
Or up to 10 inches.
Should be in range there.
So I'll check to make sure that you're in range.
Yep, in range.
Easily, so I can throw that straight at you and land it on your head. So I'm going to obviously try and roll to hit. So my ballistic skill's only 5.
Okay.
I've rolled a 3.
Okay.
So I'm going to miss by D6 directions. It's going to go back 4 inches.
Okay.
Which is not very far because it's the edge of the battlefield.
Yeah.
So will that collect you?
We haven't really clarified if the edge of the battlefield's hard or not. I guess we can.
Let's say it's not.
Okay.
I mean, it probably, if there was a wall there, then yeah.
Yeah.
But there's no wall on the edge of that particular place, so I will say it scatters
off the battlefield.
Yeah.
All right. And you'll roll your ammo for your grenades.
I do need to roll an ammo for that. A 3, so he's going to be out of those, unfortunately.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll take that as a hint. I'm going to double activate that that fighter you just threw a grenade at while he's still standing, and use that chance to place one of my listening devices. So this is my mission. So I'm now placing down a little token here to represent the fact that he has placed a listening device in that corner of the battlefield. And that's all you can do this turn because it's a double action. So back to you.
Great. Well, in that case, you might activate this Lobo Slave over here, and he's just gonna, because he's taller than that thing, he's just gonna walk up and over. Like that for now, I think. And actually, we might, for the sake of it, instead of doing that, we'll go up, but we're actually going to come back up the stairs a bit. I'm going to make you come to me. And then we might just do another move over to here.
Okay.
I probably could have just walked straight up there.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Right. He's just being threatening right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to activate another one of my guys. I activated Juve, so this is Clink. Clink's down in the other corner, so he's going to drop his listening device down in this other corner straight away. So that one, so I've now placed my listening devices in both corners of my starting position. So now I've got to get to that middle, which is swarming with Ogryns right now.
Yep. Try and stop you from getting there somehow. I'm going to activate this Lobo Slave. He's going to open the door since he's next to it. And I think I might bring him through this way a little bit. Hang out as a bit of a team.
Yep. Okay, I think we're going to go now with... I'm going to try to activate one of my guys hiding. So I've got a bunch of guys hiding down here. So I'm going to activate one of my gangers, and he's going to move out. So this is... Who's this? Hocus. Hocus is going to walk out. It's a bit risky, but he's going to walk out his 5, gets him out to here. Okay, and then he's going to throw a grenade at your champion underneath that bridge there. So Hocus has got photon flash grenades, so we'll see if we can blind your champion so you can't charge me next turn. So we're going to go for it.
I'm in a bit of cover there from the barricade, yeah.
So we're going to get... Hocus has a ballistic skill of 4, so he's going to be hitting you on a 5 with his photon flash grenade. Let's roll that, see what we get. That's a 3, so that's a miss. That's going to scatter, so let's see where it scatters. It's going to go 5 inches away, so I don't think that's going to do much of anything. 5 inches, it's going to go over here, it's going to land down the bottom here, and even though that guy would be technically within the blast, he's on the next level above, so it shouldn't affect him. And now I'll do a quick ammo roll for Hocus. So that's an ammo roll of 5+ on a photon flash, so I'll quickly roll that one. Okay. Oh, he's still got ammo, that's nice. Alright, back to you, Brandy.
Alright, I'm going to activate this Juve that you've critical. And for the sake of it, he's actually called Slave 1 because he's a slave and the Ogryns don't actually know what his name is. So and he's got to move 4 inches. So he'll be able to do a crawl 2 inches. So let's head towards the stairs a little bit. And then can you crawl again? Because they can do 2 actions.
No, it's one action. Yeah. So you get to go half their move for one. That's their whole activation.
So we'll crawl him over to there.
Get a bit further away.
Let's try and hopefully get that Lobo Slave up to help him a bit.
Yep. Okay. So I'm going to move out my last ganger on this side, I think. So he's going to move, and he's going to run. So he's also under this platform. He's just going to zip over to this doorway here. Trying to just get a little bit close to that center area. Give you something to think about.
Yep. Alright, I'm going to activate this guy. He can go 4 inches, which will get him up to here. And then we're going to move him another 4 inches to get him up to hopefully help this little body.
Alright. So we're going to go now with... we've got 2 guys to go. What? This is a bit earlier than I was intending to do this, but... I might play a card here. So I'm going to group activate... my leader, and he's got another guy with him. So I'm going to play Hidden Vent. So Hidden Vent is a card that says, play this gang tactic when a friendly fighter performs a move simple action. So this will be my leader. During their movement, this fighter may pass through impassable terrain, provided they have their movement with no part of their base within the impassable terrain. So I'm going to use that on my leader to try to go through and then get a quick kill on that. Is that a ganger up on the top there?
Which one?
This guy.
Yeah, that's a ganger.
Yeah. So we're going to move him through. So 5 inches easily gets him through that impassable terrain over next to this elevator here. And so he's then looking up at that guy above him.
It's pretty heavy cover.
It is in heavy cover. That's fine. We're just going to go for it and see what happens. This is a big risky move, but if I can pull it off, all the better for me. So my leader's going to fire his melter gun. So I'm at close range. My melter gun gives me +1. Leader is ballistic skill 3+, or 2+, but you are in heavy cover, so I go back to 4+ here. So it's a 50-50, and if I can really do some damage to this guy. Okay, well I got the 4+. I'll just re-roll that because that was cocked, and that's fine. So he's hit with that melter. So this might be bad news for this guy. Now, we know the melter is pretty horrible. Strength 8, that'll be tough 4 guy, or tough 5, Randy?
He's a tough 5.
Tough 5, so 3+ to wound. Let's get this wound. Oh, we don't get the wound. Alright, that's big. Well, I do hit him.
So he's pinned.
So he's pinned.
Yep.
He is near the railing, so you'll have to test to see if he falls.
Yep. Alright, so I've got initiative 4 on the Ogryn, and I'm near a railing, so it'll become a 3.
Yep.
And I've rolled 6.
Okay, so he's just up there.
Laying down.
Imagining how lucky he is for surviving a melter shot. Cool. Alright, back to you. Oh, that's right. That was a group activation.
That was a group activation.
Yep. Okay. So I'll move. Sorry, I'll move the other guy, my shotgun guy. He is. Where is he gonna go now? Yeah, I think he's gonna move. He's just gonna move. I think so. He's gonna come back around. So he's going to just go around this area here. 10 inches is his move. So he's going to come all the way around. I might even just bring him up next to the leader. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm just going to bring him around as far as I can, back around here next to the leader. So just down there. Alright, happy with that?
Very good. I
think that's all my activations now, so...
Alright. Still got my leader to do. And so I'm going to activate my leader. My leader has group activation 1, and both of the Goliath Juves have friends on collars. So I'm going to activate the other Juve over there as part of the group activation. So we'll start with the Juve. He's going to come up 4 inches here. I'm just going to open this door. Just to reveal that little hidden room back there. And then... Guys are so slow. What we'll do is we will move my leader and I will take the bait of you moving your dude up. We will move him over here, but then we will move him again. And now I'm going to make use of the Narg skill that he's got to try and get a third action.
Yeah.
I've rolled 6.
Oh, that's the bad. Is it bad or good? Is it one of bad?
I think from memory I've got to roll under.
Yeah, I think you do, isn't it? Because it's high is bad.
Let me double check.
So Brenny's, while he's checking Narg, is a Ogryns skill, and it lets him make
it's a muscle skill.
Yeah, muscle skill. It lets him make an additional move, isn't it? It's a additional simple action.
An extra action.
An extra actions, that's right.
Yeah.
An additional action. He has to roll, though, before he does it, and I think he's got to roll his toughness or his strength and under, which he's just checking now. And then if he fails that, then his guy just becomes
prone
and pinned.
Let's have a look here. Muscle skills. I was playing it and I've forgotten the rule as we're playing it. So muscle skills. So the muscle skill, Narg. During this fighter's activation, they may attempt to perform a third action after completing the first 2. Roll a d6. If the dice is equal to or less than their toughness, so literally could only fail on a 6.
So he's overdone it. He's had too many steroids today.
Yeah, their activation ends immediately, whether they were successful. When the activation ends, this fighter is automatically pinned.
Mm-hmm.
This pin test cannot be negated. So,
oh dear. Alright, so he's just fallen over. He's just pushed himself a little bit too hard there.
Very good.
Alright, I think Brady, you might have one more to go, maybe?
Yeah, I've got my ganger left to go.
Yep.
My ganger is going to stand up since he was knocked over.
Yeah. So this is what happens when you don't kill somebody. You take that risk, and then they're going to turn up and shoot you back.
Yep. So
with a lightning gun.
He's standing up. I'm going to face him in a way so his front arc doesn't hit my own dude. And I'm going to try and shoot you with my Storm Wielder.
So the reason Brandy did that is because this gun hits everybody it can see. So he's got to be really careful about his placement, so he doesn't accidentally shoot his own guy, which is why he wants to just face him so the other guy's out of his firing up.
I can see your dudes, which is great. And I'm shooting down on them, which is great. And my ballistic skill is 5. But the interesting thing is I've got to randomly, because it's reckless, I've got to randomly pick a target. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep.
4, 5, 6. So this guy here.
Shotgun guy.
Now, it's great. It's rapid fire 3. We're excited.
Yep.
And I'm going to roll the hits. I've rolled a 2.
Okay.
Which I believe is going to be a miss.
Yep.
Even with my terrible ballistic skill and my +1, I've missed. Yep. But I didn't roll any ammo checks, so that's very nice. And there's no one that I could technically stray shot into, so that is that.
Okay, that was lucky. Alright, and is that end around?
That's all my activations.
Okay, that's end around. All the activations are done. We do have a critical guy over here that Brendy's going to now roll for to see if he can recover.
Okay, so I need to make a recovery test for the Goliath Juve. I've got a Lobo Slave to assist, but then the Juve is also, because of Friends On, unstoppable. So basically what I need to do is when making a recovery test for the fighter, I roll a d6. If it's a 4 or more, so I'm going to roll that. I've rolled a 1. If I had rolled a 4, I would get an additional dice because he's got no previous flesh wounds or wounds taken. So I've missed out on getting an extra recovery dice there. So I'm only going to roll the 2. Both of them are critical. So
oh wow, but he doesn't take any flesh wounds.
He doesn't take any flesh wounds, but sadly I don't pick him up either.
Yeah, so the guy stays down, but he hasn't suffered any additional injuries from lying there. Very good. All right. Right. So round 2. Now I'm going to deploy my Nakagul slice because I have to do that before we roll for the priority. Now the trick with slice is I have to decide where is he going to go, and I've got to basically try to maximize my chance of winning the mission. So I've got 2 corners left in the middle. I don't think I want slice to go for the middle. I don't think I need him over there. So I think I'm just going to put Slice down here in this corner. Because he's actually pretty safe if I do put him down here.
Are you sure?
I think I'm pretty sure.
All right.
I'm happy. Look, if he's not safe, he's not safe. But I think, I mean, he's got to be out of line of sight. So I guess he'll have to be like sort of there-ish, won't he? So that guy can't. Can that guy see him?
Well, he's not looking that way.
That's true. The other Ogren
He is definitely
can't see him. Yeah.
No.
And then the guy up the top is looking away too. So he's,
this guy here.
Yeah.
I mean, because you can see through the stairs.
Yeah. He's behind the pole though.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see his line of sight.
He might be behind the pole.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to put him in there. So he's now deployed, and then we're going to go. That's it. So we go now to
Initiative.
Initiative roll off.
So I'm going to roll yellow.
Red again for me.
6.
Randy gets it. All right.
I'm going to do everything I can to stop you from dropping a doodad.
All right. Okay.
Because I don't think that you're as safe as you think you were.
Yeah. Okay.
And for the sake of it, I'm going to move this Goliath Juve down the stairs. Put it down the bottom platform here.
Yep.
Just here.
It's coming for me.
And I'm going to try and shoot you with my stub gun.
Yep. All you got to do is pin me, and then I can't place the thing.
All I have to do is... I've got line of sight to you, which is great, but you're going to be in some cover. I should probably check that range whilst I was at it. So you are over 6 inches away.
Okay.
So I think this is going to be a terrible shot.
And he said he was in a bit of cover?
You're in a bit of cover, okay. Yeah. So my stub gun, short range was 6, but you are in the long range, which is still okay. I've got a ballistic skill of 5, and you're going to get a neg 1 for your cover.
Okay.
So I need a 6
He needs the 6 here. No.
I've missed.
Okay.
So I can't stop you.
Alright. Okay, I'm going to... Oh dear. Okay, I'm going to activate my Ganger with the auto gun, who is the nearest guy to the middle. Now that might seem weird because he's obviously not super helpful in terms of his abilities, but I have a plan, Brendy. So here is my plan. I'm going to use another tactics card called Adrenaline Surge.
Great.
And Adrenaline Surge lets me do 1 additional action in his activation.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to see if I can move him over within 6 inches of that middle point and then drop my listening device.
So just passes that card for a
yeah,
second.
yeah,
Let's have a look at it.
Put that in the box. So we don't know if this is going to work. I have a feeling he's going to get
So
there.
play this gang tactic when activating a fighter. The fighter may perform 1 additional action.
Yep. So we're going to go for this this guy and see if we can drop one of my listening devices. So can I grab the tape measure there, Brendy? We're just going to measure this out. Now, the middle of the board is right here. So I've got to plant my listening device within 6 inches. So that means it's pretty clear he's going to be able to get there. Because all he's got to do is walk around this corner and then he's going to be able to plant that device. So he'll walk his 5, which gets him to here, and then he'll drop his listening device with his double action.
Double action,
Yep.
because you've got the 2 activations.
I've got the extra activation, so that gets me that middle one, which was the one I was probably the most worried about getting, to be honest. And now Vane, that ghost is definitely going to get splattered against the wall, but he got the objective, which is the main thing. So,
yeah.
Okay, back to you.
Alright, I think what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to activate Storm Welder.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm going to make an aim shot this time.
Yep.
And so I'm going to randomly pick one of your dudes using the same as before.
Roll.
So it's going to be the shotgun guy again.
Okay. Yep.
I'm going to go for maximum damage.
Yep.
Hopefully we hit. So I'm a ballistic skill 5, short range is +1, and I'm aiming.
Yep.
So I'm going to go down to a 3 to hit ya.
What'd you get?
Well, it's looking like a 5.
Yeah, we'll
but
take that. That's a 5.
You take that as a 5?
Yeah,
that's
a hit.
And I've got 4 shots from the
Four
Storm
shots is
Welder.
pretty good.
Unfortunately, I haven't rolled a 6, so they're not shocked this time.
No.
But maybe next time. Now, the interesting thing is it's rapid fire 3. It's unstable, which I didn't worry about. Shock and reckless. So I'm going to stray shot some of my rapid fire shots
Yep.
across onto your leader.
I think they have to be equally divided, don't they? Is that the reckless thing?
Yeah, pretty
So
much.
I think they have to equally divide amongst the targets. You got to go backwards and forwards until they're all equally spread out. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So both models are going to take 2 hits each. And it is strength 5. Your gang is a 3.
Tough 3.
So wounding on 3s.
Yep.
2 on the first guy, which was the shotgun.
Yep.
And then 1 on your leader.
Okay. Alrighty. So the first guy, the shotgun guy, he has mesh armor, and of course I forgot again about his faceless, which means you're not supposed to be able to target him, but you were already too far away. So he has an ability, a Delaque ability, that means you can't target him unless you pass, I think it's an intelligence test, because remember he's supposed to be like impossible to see.
Oh.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 5, which means I wouldn't have been able to target him.
Yeah, so I just double checked that just to make sure we're using the correct language there. But we did this last time. We played with this ability, and I keep forgetting it. So Faceless is one of the Delaque's special abilities for their house. So no one else gets it. And basically it means that he's kind of really hard to see and hard to know if he's actually an enemy or not. Yeah, so it says pretty much from the start of each round until after the fighter has activated, enemy fighters must pass a willpower test. So what did you roll, Brendan?
I didn't roll a willpower.
You didn't roll willpower, so to target him with a ranged attack or place a blast marker so it's touching their base. If the check is failed, the enemy fighter may choose another target. However, it doesn't really matter because even though you can't choose him as a target, the weapon itself requires that all shots are divided between anybody who's in the arc of fire. So I don't think that ability actually changes anything.
No. So if I couldn't have targeted him with the reckless ability, everything would have been your leader,
and then still
the rapid
had to go onto him anyway.
The result would be the same.
Yeah, because even though you can't target him, the weapon itself works that way.
Yep.
So yeah, so it's still the same, one way or the other. Okay, so...
There's no AP on the gun?
No AP on the gun. Alright, so he has mesh armor, and the leader has mesh armor and armored undersuit. So we'll go the leader second, because he was the second. He only had 1. So,
he only got 1?
Yep, so I'll roll first of all for the mesh armored champion. Okay, so he made 1, failed 1, and then the leader, he passed. So the champion's taken a wound, or is it multi-wound, or is it a single wound?
Single wound.
Single wound. Right, so the champion and the leader are both pinned, and the champion has also taken a wound. So, put a little wound marker down there for him. Alright. Okay. Alright, well, lightning gun did something. I think I'll just get my Nakul to place his listening device.
Yep.
Because I just want to get these done. So he's going to place his listening device in this corner. That's his activation.
I'm going to attempt to perform a charge action with my champion.
Alright, so that's champion that's over here.
Champion that's under the bridge.
There's a lot going on over in this corner. There's a champion under this bridge. And you can see him there, and he's now going to line up a charge on one of my very soon-to-be splattered Delaque.
So I've rolled a 2, so I'm going to get 5 inches to charge. It's not going to be enough, I don't believe, to get there.
Oh my goodness.
Probably not.
No, just out.
So...
Alright, so he's right in my face, but not actually able to get to me.
Yep.
He's lost a little bit of his battery pack
He's
there.
lost a little battery pack, but that's okay. I don't know if I want to stand right in front of you. Probably don't really have much of a choice. And I don't have any range attack, which really...
Well, I certainly don't want to fight him either.
I think he's stuck there for now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll go to you.
Alright, back to me. Okay, we're going to go... I think we're going to go now with my leader and my champion who Brendy just shot with that crazy mining lightning gun. So I'll do a group activation there again with both of them. So I certainly want to get them out of his line of sight. So we're going to we'll start with the champion. Champion's going to get up and then simply just move underneath this platform here because there's a doorway right under here, which I'll just show you from a side angle there so you can see it. You can see there's a doorway kind of leading under here, and so he's going to go through there and get me out of that line of fire. So that brings him sort of over to this side here, and then the leader's going to do the same. He's going to stand up, and he's also going to move underneath to get out of that line of fire again as well.
Did you move away?
I did, because I don't really want to risk those guys getting zapped again. So both of those guys have moved underneath there now. They're pretty well. They're certainly out of his line of fire right now, so that's good. All right, back to you, Brendy.
All right. Need to stop you from getting this last listening device down now.
So yeah, I've done pretty well. I've got 4 of my 5 down.
I think what we're going to do is we're going to move this guy over to here.
Yeah. So Brendy's now going to move kind of, I guess he's going to try to move to create a blocking force around, like a bubble around that last corner. So I can't get anyone in there. We'll see how we go. All right. What have we got left? I've got my long rifle. My long rifle guy, I guess, he's just going to turn this way and he's going to take a shot at your other ganger up there with his crazy gun. And let's double check range here. So I'm at 22 inches, so still in my close range for my long rifle. So we'll just do an aim shot over at him. So he's behind a little bit of barricade, but I have an infra sight, so I can ignore the barricade. And I'm going to hit Brendy on a 3+ here with my long rifle. Okay, so still got a hit. All right, and we're going to look at. Do I do a wound? So he's tough 5.
Top 5.
So winning him on a 5. No wound. And then Brendy's got to see if he falls down off that balcony.
What was your hit roll?
Hit roll was
so it didn't extinguish.
3. No, so it didn't knock you back.
So it doesn't knock me back. All right. Roll my initiative. I roll the 4. The ganger has an initiative of 4.
So
the cover's going to help me with it.
Yep.
So I'm just pinning.
So he's just lying there on the ground. Right, back to you, Brendy.
All right. Let's stand this leader up.
Yep.
Let's move him away a little bit, and then I'm gonna try and make another Nargs
Yep.
attempt with him.
Yep.
5 equal to the toughness this time around, so I'm not falling over. And he's going to throw his incendiary grenade at that dude in the middle that he can see in line of sight.
That's Vane. Sacrificial Vane.
Sacrificial Vane. Well, I've got to hit you on a 5+.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay, so where's the scattering?
6 inches towards the wall.
So that's probably just going under the wall, right?
So yeah, it's supposed to go 6 inches that way, but it hits the wall.
So it's just going to hit the impassable object. So it's definitely hitting him. All right. So he is definitely going to be down. And then what's going to happen to him?
It's an incendiary grenade.
Yep.
So it is strength of 3. You're tough of 3.
Tough of 3.
I've wounded
That's a wound. Vane has no armor, so goes straight through his armor.
Has no AP. It's going to critical you.
Yep. And is he on fire?
And is he on fire? On a 4+, he is.
He is on fire. So
he's
going to be
critical
face
and
down,
on fire.
Critical and on
And
fire.
do I have any of those grenades left? Which is the last check I need to make for this shooting attack. 4+, ammo for an incendiary charge is a 5. So I'm out of incendiary charges as well.
Okay. All right. Well, he's down. So that's one of my guys sort of definitely taken out of the way for now. And it's an easy coup de grace if Brendy wants it next turn. Okay. Back to me. I don't know what to do now. We've sort of got this crazy champion over here, which I definitely don't want to deal with. Alright, I've got a plan. I've got a plan, Brendy. I have a cunning plan. It's the only way Delaque win anything with cunning plans. Alright, so my guy with the... Who is it? It's the guy with my flechette pistols. This is Scrain. Scrain in the corner here. He's going to just move over onto this elevator. He's going to get to there. And that's his activation. Back to you, Brendy.
Alright, that sniper's really annoying.
He's been doing pretty good.
I just don't have any ranged weapons in this army, so we're going to risk a Lobo Slave.
Yep.
We're going to come forward an inch, 5 to there. So that's part of the double move, and then I've got another 3 inches of movement left. We're coming for you.
Come on for me. Oh, those Lobo Slaves. Alright, I'm going to activate Hocus. So Hocus is the one that's looking into the blood red eyes of that champion. He is just going to jump on that elevator and then activate it, and they're going to go whoop and get out of there.
Well, you think you're getting away.
Well, I hope so.
Got a Lobo Slave coming for you.
I hope I'm getting away from the champion at least. So you know, we'll see what happens.
All right, I'm going to activate this slave Ogryn here. Or this guy. He's going to move 4 inches. He's just going to walk straight over the top of that Goliath.
They're coming in on me. Trapped.
And I might move him just a fraction forward more.
Yep.
Just so I can get that extra distance.
Yep.
You got anyone left?
I do. I've got Clink. He's my Juve. So he's over in the far corner there. He's just been hanging out.
Oh, yeah.
So he is just going to go move. And he's got a 6-inch move because he's a Jew. So he's going to actually get quite a ways up to the board. So he's going to actually get to sort of all the way to here. He's there. Alright, so the end of round. Brady might have another one to go actually. He might have maybe one more to go, but we're looking pretty interesting. We've got sort of these Lobo Slaves over here are coming in on my little cluster of Delaque that are sort of trying to hide. We've got the champion down the bottom there who we've just gotten away from on the elevator. We've got the Slave Ogryn leader over here in the middle. Let me just go and get... Yeah, there we go. He's in the middle there. He's starting to make a little defense wall there with that other Lobo Slave to stop me getting to that last corner. Over here, we have the Ganger down pinned. And then we just have in the corner, we have my Nactgul and my Juve moving around that way. So it's anyone's game at this point. Brendy's definitely in a position to hold me out of that last corner because I've managed to get all the other positions through sneaky and just trying to be a bit quicker than him. But I think I'm going to have to fight my way into that last corner, and he's also going to start taking out my guys next round probably. So I don't want to break, but that's a distinct possibility as well. Okay, Brendy, so you've
I got the Goliath.
still got that Goliath to go.
Yeah, mate.
Yep.
So I'm going to move that Goliath. I'm going to try and find my slave Ogryn.
Just drag your body after him.
Drag my buddy.
Okay.
2 inches will drag him to just behind him there.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Is that it?
I think that's all my dudes.
Yep. All right. So end of round. We've got a few things to resolve here. So I've got a guy who's critical, and so do you.
Yep.
Would you like to roll yours
Yep.
first?
So I'm going to try and do my unstoppable.
Yep.
First. I didn't roll a 4+, so
Okay.
it's just the 2 assist dice this time.
Yep.
Double
Double
flesh
flesh wound.
So he takes a flesh wound, but he doesn't take an additional one or something.
No, I don't think he takes any.
Oh, no, he
injuries
doesn't, 'cause I've
he's getting an
assisted him,
assistant. Yeah, so he actually is fine.
He's fine.
So he's fine. And he just rolls over, and he's going to be able to do something next turn. Okay, so let's roll him back over. All right. So that's the end of round. Oh no, I've got the.
You've got your guy.
Yeah,
Who's on fire as well.
I'll just quickly roll for him. What happens to him? He gets a flesh wound, so he's okay, but he's also on fire. So that's still not great because that means he's not going to be able to do anything next turn. Alright, so get rid of that.
He's definitely
He gains a flesh wound. No.
He's dead.
He's probably dead.
Yeah.
Let's be fair. Alright, so that guy's down with a flesh wound, but he's still on fire. Your guy's recovered. That's everything. So now we go to next round.
Yes.
Alright, mate. Let's grab a die.
Yellow for me.
Okay, Brendy got it.
I got it.
What do you want to do, Brendy?
I'm too far away, and you went up the stairs.
I did.
These guys. So I guess
Because he can't even charge by climbing because it's going to be too far.
it's too far for him to climb up. Yeah.
He's so slow.
What we'll do, I guess, is I'm going to activate my leader.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do a group activation with him.
Yep.
Because he can activate a Goliath with a friends on collar.
Yep.
But we'll activate leader. He's going to charge your on fire man.
Well, he's definitely in range, isn't he?
Well, I got 6 inches on the charge this time,
easily in
so
range.
I'm definitely making you this
So
time.
So I have to stand up and turn around to fight you.
You
So
do.
I'll be at -1 if I do get any chance to retaliate.
Well, I'm hoping that you don't, because
No, I don't think I will.
I got 3 attacks base.
In fact, when you're on fire, is it? We looked this up the other day. Is it a 6? Or it's no retaliation?
You can't fight back when you're on
You
fire.
can't fight back when you're on fire. That's right. They fixed that in the new rules. In the old rules, that was never made clear. And you could technically, in the old rules, I think, get up and fight at your full weapon skill. But now, you can't fight back if you're on fire.
It specifically says you can't make
under
reaction
blaze.
attacks. Yep. So I've got 3 attacks base.
Yep.
I've paired
Yep.
fists,
So
making
6.
6.
Yep.
+1 for charging
Yep.
and +1 for 2 close combat
Yep.
weapons.
So this guy is a monster.
He is, but rolling ones doesn't help.
Are these power fists?
They are augmented fists.
So no power.
No power.
Okay. 'Cause you roll
But they have
fists.
knockback.
All right. Well, that's as good because
Because I'm going to knock you back into
I'm
the
up
wall.
against the wall. So what that does is, if you're against impassable terrain and someone has knockback, it adds an additional damage to the roll. So 2 of those dice now are going to do all those dice, isn't it? All those dice.
All those dice.
So
Yep.
each of those now becomes damage 3.
Damage
I
three.
think.
Yeah.
So this is definitely this guy is going to be a cripple at the end of this.
Yeah. So I'm strength 5 +1 for my fists against your toughness of 3. So I'm needing 2s.
Yep.
And they're all successful.
Good. Yep.
It's only AP 1 though.
Yep.
So you do have a chance to save them if you've got armor.
Oh wow. No, he doesn't have armor.
Oh, okay. Then you
I
don't
don't
have a
know.
chance.
No.
So each one of those is going to do 3 damage.
Mm-hmm. So that's 5 dice. So that's going to be 15.
How many wounds do you have? 1?
Just 1. So you do 15 rolls.
15 rolls.
Now we'll do this just because a lot of people don't realise, but when you have lots of additional damage, it's worth rolling because every skull is a roll on the permanent injury table. A lot of people don't realise that, but it's really important because what it is, it's representing how much damage that fighter has actually taken. Because 1 dice might give you 1 skull, but 15 is likely to give you several, and that would cripple that fighter. Will very likely cripple that fighter.
Alright, so I've got 12 injury dice here.
Yep, so we're going to roll another 3
and then I'm going to roll
after
another
this.
3 after this.
Yeah. Whoop.
I've dropped one and decided to run away.
So that's a pretty good starting roll. Do you want to zoom in on that, Brendy?
It's going to be super painful.
Alright, so he's obviously dead, but so far we've rolled 4 skulls there. So that's a lot of skulls.
That is 4 skulls.
4 skulls, and Brendy still has to roll 3 more dice.
So I'll just grab 3 of those. I'll just roll them over there.
Okay, so no more skulls. So for this guy, that would mean he has to roll 4 times on the permanent injury table. Now, because we're just doing a skirmish, we're not going to do that, but that's just something important to realise that you have to do to represent that pure destruction that fighter has just received. Alright, so then my poor little ganger is now paced, but he completed his mission, so I still think it was worth it.
And because I absolutely pasted him, I'm going to consolidate because I don't need to coup de grace.
Correct.
And I think we're going to come back towards. You have to place it in the last quarter, right?
Yes, I have to get within 6 inches of the corner, not within the quarter, the corner.
The corner, right?
Yeah, so 6 inches of the corner of the board.
Yep. So we're definitely coming back here, and then so that was a double action to charge and pace that guy.
Yep, and then you Narg.
I'm going to try and Narg.
Yep.
I've rolled a 5, so I'm good to make
fine.
another action. I think I'm just going to move back towards this corner a bit to try and stop you and get some cover.
Something else too is Narg. I think. Just check, Brendy. Does Narg, do you have to go pinned at the end, even if it's successful? I have a feeling there's a. Even in your successful, you still become pinned at the end.
Maybe. You might be right.
We don't play Slave Ogryns very often, so we can't remember their rules easily. Alright, while Brendy's having a quick look at that, I'm going to think about who I've got to go. Oh, okay.
First activation, if the Durance equal to the toughness, the activation ends immediately. Whether or not they were successful, when their activation ends, the fighter is automatically pinned. Yeah.
Yeah, so he doesn't become pinned.
Yeah, so
at
he
the
becomes
end.
pinned anyway.
So he moves back and becomes pinned. So he's lying down there. Which is kind of good for him because it means I can't target him if I was going to because he's in some cover. Alright, I'm going to try for maybe...
Oh, it was a group activation, by the way.
Oh, sorry. Yes, it was. You did say that.
And I was going to activate the Goliath Juve over here.
Yep.
And I think for the sake of it, I'm going to move him back 4 inches.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't like your scary melee monster down there.
We're not good.
To a point where I might actually just stand at the top of the stairs here.
Yeah.
And I might see if I can take a cheeky shot at your ganger over here. Okay, so I'm going to take a shot. I'm definitely within range, just checking that again. Yep. You've got no cover over there, which is good for me, because I'm a terrible shot. My ganger has a ballistic skill of 5 here, no modifiers. I've missed and I've also caused an ammo check.
Okay.
Checking his ammo. A 5, which is going to be great with his stub gun of 4+.
Okay.
So, but moving him away from getting melee monstered
Yes.
by your guy.
Yes, definitely.
I might just
Definitely worth it.
stand him there. Yeah, cool.
Alright, well, I don't know how I'm going to get out of this situation over the corner over here. Look, I'm going to go...
You can come around.
I'm thinking about how I'm going to get out of this.
Oh, right.
Alright, I'm going to activate my guy with a photon flash, and he's going to throw it at this guy up here.
Yep.
Now, I think that's probably okay, because he'd be in some cover, because he's below him. He can't fully see that model, so I think he wouldn't have to take a cool check there from where he is. So what we're going to do is just over in this corner here, so we're just going to throw from my fighter here. So this is Scrain, and no, not Scrain, this is Hocus. Hocus is going to throw his photon flash at this Ogryn over here and hope for the best. We're trying to blind somebody here. Okay, now he'll do an aim shot because why not? And we need to get a 3+. Okay, he fails with his photon flash, so let's see where it goes. Alright, it's coming back 4 inches. That's interesting.
Oh
Right,
no.
so back 4 inches from this guy. Actually, that's not too bad because that's going to actually affect your guy down the bottom. So it's going to land here. So there's our photon flash. Yeah, so it's... Whoop, I've snagged his pistol there. It's actually going to land there, which means it's going to land on the ground level and it's going to hit the champion still. So that's kind of cool. I'll just do a quick ammo check on my photon flash. So we need 5+. Failed. Alright. So he's out of ammo for his grenades, and that's okay.
And then I need to make a...
You have to. It's a flash. It's a flash effect. Now let's just have a quick check on what that means. Flash. So no wound rolls made. The target must take an initiative check, and if they have failed, they become blind.
An initiative check.
Yep.
An I.
Yep.
Oh no. Oh,
This is for your champion.
Yep. My initiative is terrible.
No, your initiative, not your intelligence.
Oh, initiative. Okay, 4+.
Okay, so he
Hey!
makes it. So it does hit him, but it doesn't affect, give him the blind effect. But he's hit, I guess. So can he be pinned?
Well, he can, but does flash cause pinning?
Well, still a hit.
Is it like gas?
It just says no wound roll is made.
Ah, okay.
But I think he's still hit because he's hit by the weapon. Yeah, I think he would still be hit, wouldn't he?
I have no idea.
Okay. Yeah, it says if a model is hit. So
Okay.
he's hit.
Yep.
I'll just double check. It doesn't say anything about if they do not. It doesn't have any special thing that says if they're not affected, then there's nothing.
That's fine.
Yeah. All right. Well, at least I've pinned him, I guess. But I'm out of grenades now, so I've now got to fight my way out of this corner.
Yep. And I'm gonna move towards you.
Yes, I thought as much.
I thought about trying to charge, but I need a 6.
Yeah, it's a long charge for an Ogryn.
So I'm just gonna be there.
Right,
with a move.
right in my face.
Yeah.
Right in my face. Okay. Alrighty. So I guess we're gonna go. We're really gonna try to do something about this final corner, don't we? Alright, I'll activate my sniper because I want to get him out of there because he's actually pretty good. Or maybe it's worth trying to take it. Maybe it's worth all. I don't know. I either stay there and I try to kill that one Ogren, which I don't like the chances of, or I just bail. I think I'm going to bail. Alright, my sniper's going to move over to the edge here, and for his second move, he's going to jump down. So we've got to do an initiative check for that. He fails, so he actually just falls down here. And then I have to take an injury roll, so that's a wound, so it's a strength 3, toughness 3, so that's a wound. He has mesh armor, which he does not make. And then we roll an injury dice for him because he's only got 1 wound, he's not a champion. And he's critical, so that wasn't great. So he tried to run away and then tripped and fell down his face and knocked himself unconscious, I think. So that wasn't great, but yeah. Anyway, back to you, Brendy.
Oh, that was fortunate.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm going to move this one over 4 inches.
Mm-hmm.
And labor slaves are great. Let's just come over. Let's just say it as it is. Hello.
Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to send that elevator back down with the other guy. So my last guy on the elevator with the flashlight pistol, that's Scrane. Yeah. He's going to activate that elevator. He's going to drop it back down to here. Oh, where's the thing? So we're literally hiding on an elevator here. There it is. Alright, and then Scrane is out of there. He's going to run 5 inches, which gets him underneath this catwalk here.
You can run, but you cannot escape.
Well, I'm going to try to escape. That's what Delaque do.
So I'm going to activate my champion.
Yep.
He's going to stand up for his first activation.
Yep.
And then he's going to send the lift up for his second.
Nice.
Yeah. He can send that back up to his buddy.
That's pretty funny. Alright. Okay, who we got left? We've got a few of my other guys up the other end of the board. Okay, we're going to go my leader, I guess. He's got to do something. Oh, it's so frustrating. Okay, I'm just going to have to move my leader here. So my leader is underneath this building here, so he's going to come out. He's going to go his 10 inches, which is going to get him back around that corner there. So they were in cover last turn, and now he's going to run. Move, and now he's back around this corner out of line of sight of that crazy gun. I'll do the same thing. I'll group activate with the champion, and he'll just follow after him, I guess. So he'll move, and yeah, he can get back around behind the leader as well. So they are both now out of line of sight around that corner. Alright. The champion leader have run around the corner, moving up towards that final corner of the map.
Alright. I want to make sure that I clean people up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to activate this Lobo Slave here.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to do a move and just come around to pick up.
Ready to coup de grace the sniper.
Ready to pick up this guy. He's trying to escape.
Little do you know, I'm planning on rolling a skull on my sniper. So
Very good.
waste your time. Okay. Right. We're going to go my Knocked Ghoul. So my Knocked Ghoul can move 6. So he's going to run straight over to the base of this structure here, which is his full 6. Now he has Clamber. So he can just move straight up that, which is his 2.5 inches. And another 3.5 inches gets him into this doorway here. So super fast.
Alright, I'm going to stand up this guy with the Storm Wielder. And then I'm actually going to move him very nicely over to the center of this platform.
Yep. Right, I've got a Juve still to go. So my Juve is going to move down the ramp a little bit, just so he's to the point that's 2 inches down. He can just hop down then. Okay, and so then he's going to move his other 8 inches, which gets him over to here, underneath this platform. There you go.
I've got one model left, I believe, which is this Goliath Ganger. He's going to stand up finally from getting hit by that dude, and he's just going to come towards these stairs.
Yep.
To come down in when he can.
Alright, everyone's moving in on this last position. So we've got a big melee about to take place over in one corner where the Lobo Slaves and the Champion are going to rip apart what's left of my team over there, and my other team are moving in on the other flank. So they're going to take a while to get back over there though. So we've got a lot of action about to take place next turn. I was hoping to be able to outrun some of these guys, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to.
No.
Alright. Now, is anybody injured this turn? I don't think they are they?
This guy.
Okay.
You got one guy.
I told you, I'm going to roll a skull, so you have wasted a move. Watch me do it. Here we go. Right dice roll coming up. Oh, I'll take critical. Alright, so he takes a flesh wound.
Takes the flesh wound.
Which is just going to make him slightly easier for your guy to destroy.
Stand on. Yep.
Even though he's already going to be instant kill anyway.
Well, it all comes down to who gets the initiative now.
Now I've got a guy who's critical. I don't think I can break yet. No, I can't. I've got a guy out and a guy who's critical. So I still can't bottle. So I don't need to do a bottle check yet. Alright,
I'm going to
go. Oh, okay, this is big. So I get to do something before you start murdering me. Interesting. Okay, so what I'm going to do, it's a crazy plan, but I sort of need to get rid of this Ogryn with this big lightning gun, because he's going to be providing that sort of support fire into my guys the whole way over to your side. So I'm going to group activate again with my leader and my champion. My leader's actually going to climb up next to him. So he's just going to climb up this wall to here, and then try to melt a gun your guy.
What?
Yeah. It's. I got to try to get rid of him. Okay, so I'm close range here. I'm hitting you on 2s. That's a hit, and then I'm wounding you on 3s. Come on, big 3. Okay, we got a 3 this time. Okay, that's the big one. Now, Brady, I don't think you get any help against this now, do you?
I got furnace plates,
yeah,
no armor,
and I'm sort of behind you anyway. So yeah, it's neg 4, 3 damage, and melter. So I think he's just dead, isn't he?
He is taken out of action.
He is just yeah, because he loses his 3 wounds, and if melter does that at half range, you're just gone.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
However,
all right. So Brady's got a card he's been saving with glee. I can see the smile on his face. Go, Brady. What have you got?
Not today.
Not today. What's that do?
It's a Ogryn tactic card. You play this tactic when a slave Ogryn fighter is taken out of action. by an attack with a ranged weapon.
Before
Before removing the fighter from the battlefield, they may immediately become standing and make a free charge double action.
Oh wow!
Immediately after this action, and any subsequent fight basic action made as part of this charge double action is resolved. The fighter then goes out of action.
Right, so he's basically taken like a hole through his chest, and he's about to turn around and try to smash me before he succumbs to his injuries.
So I'm just gonna stand up with my model, and he's gonna charge you.
Yep.
I'm not gonna bother rolling because you're only an inch away.
Yep.
So hopefully, this Ogryn here is gonna take that leader out of.
So we'll just do a nice little zoom close up of that so you can see what's going on. Alright, so this is the situation. Let's see how it resolves.
So, he's armed with a brute cleaver.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
He has 2 attacks base,
Mhm.
plus 1 for charging.
Yep.
So 3 attacks, and I'm hitting you on weapon skill of 4. So
Yep.
4's here. I've got a 6 and a 4, which is success. Brute cleavers are disarmed.
Yep.
So you won't be able to fight me back with any
I
weapons.
don't have
if
any
you live.
weapons, so he's maxed out with his melter gun. That's all he's got.
It's strength of 5.
Tough 3.
Actually, it was a +1 to hit you with a brute cleaver, but I didn't need it because I rolled a 1.
Mm-hmm.
So 5 hitting 3s.
Yep.
Chasing 3s.
Okay, 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
So the leader has armored undersuit and mesh. Does it have any AP?
1.
1. So he goes from a 4 up back to a 5 up. Okay, makes 1 save, so he does take a wound. He has 2 wounds to start with, so he's down to 1 wound now.
Yep.
Alright, and then your guy goes just out of action straight away. Okay.
Yep.
Well, that left me with my champion, who is the second part of my group activation. So my champion is going to... I don't know, actually. I wasn't expecting... Well, my champion was my backup in case I didn't kill the Ogren, but now he's gone. Alright. Well, I guess my champion's just going to move. Yeah, he's going to move up to here and sort of get ready to try to put some pressure on that back corner next turn. Okay?
Yep.
Alright, up to you.
Alright, I'm going to start with my champion. He's going to do a charge.
Yep.
Just for the sake of it, the champion is the arc welder dude down on the floor.
Yep.
Let's have a bit of a look at him. He's beautiful, beautiful big dude.
There he is, right there.
He's going to charge the dude under the
Yep.
the thing. I rolled a 1 from a charge.
Oh,
That's
okay.
fine.
Is that enough?
Five
I should be closer.
5
Yeah.
inches is fine.
Yeah, he was
I
within.
could technically charge over the top of you if I really wanted to.
Yeah. So he's into me.
He is
Alright,
into you.
go for it.
My champion is 2 attacks of base. He is armed with 2 arc welders.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to get +1 for charging and then +1 for 2 close combat weapons. He's a ballistic skill, weapon skill of 3. So I need 3s to hit you here.
Mm-hmm.
No modifiers. They've all hit,
Okay.
which is wonderful.
Great.
Arc welders also have the blaze trait, which is going to be interesting.
Oh, yes.
However, I'm now going to try and wound you. Strength of 5 +2 for the arc welders.
So 2's the wound.
So 7 versus 3s is 2s. One of them misses.
Okay. So 3 wounds. I don't have any armor on these guys, so this guy's just going to take all of that damage.
Arc welders do 3 damage apiece.
Woo! He is
Neg
dead.
3.
So roll it out. So 3 damage apiece.
3 damage apiece. Looking for me dice. 2 skulls.
Yep.
The rest are criticals.
Yep.
I'm not really worried about it.
Yep. So he's gone, and your champion can now make a consolidation move. So that guy is now out.
And then he'll consolidate just 2 inches under the bridge. I think is fine.
Okay. Just straight ahead, or
Yeah,
towards
just moving
towards
straight
the
ahead.
door. Okay, so it doesn't go very fast. So it's there. Okay. Okay. So running out of options here, but what I think we're going to do, we've got 3 guys left to activate, and those Lobo slaves are very close. Okay, I'm going to lower the elevator again. So most elevators never see this much action in a game, Brendy, but this one's been how many times we use it now? 4 times?
A few times.
Okay. And then this guy is, I don't know, I thought what I'm going to do with him. He needs to get out of here. He definitely needs to get out of here. I think I'm going to take him across onto the other elevator, to be honest. Yep, and get to the other elevator, so he's just going to jump onto that elevator.
Very good.
So maybe he can get out of there yet. I don't know.
Alright, I'm going to activate my other Lobo slave down on the ground there. Let me just clean up all this damage. He's going to do a charge.
Okay.
He gets a 6.
Wow,
plenty of space.
That's it.
He's just going to charge into this guy.
He is dead.
I'm going to roll out the melee attacks.
Yep.
To see if I can get a coup de grace move away.
Yep.
Lobo slaves start with 2 attacks, +1 for charging and +1 for having 2 axes. Hitting you on 4s.
Oh,
Only one?
Only one. All right.
But axes have disarm.
Yep. Doesn't help me. I don't have
You're
any weapons.
not hurting me back anyway. And their strength of 6. 2's failed to wound, so I do have to coup de
2
grace.
should be a wound.
Oh, 2?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, 6 on 3.
Because I'm tough 2.
Yep, very good.
Yep.
Um,
Okay, so I get an armor save against that, I guess?
You do, yeah.
Is it neg 1 on an axe?
No negatives.
Okay, so he's got mesh, so he's 5 up save. Nope, no save. So they roll your injury dice.
I'm going to roll the notorious skull dice.
Hey, gets it. Alright.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. So...
Alright, now I'll coup de grace. Instead of coup de grace, now I'll consolidate back. Because I've got to deal with the other wave coming from the other side.
Correct.
2 inches.
Okay, so he's going back. I'll just grab that and put that away. Okay. Alright, so a few guys left. Let's just get this out of the road. My Nutghoul, who can see your dude, is just going to charge around that corner.
Yeah, I figured.
We don't need to roll for this. So he's just going to finish this guy off, get him out of the road. How many dice do I get on this guy? I get 2. It's paired, so 4 +1 for charge, so 6 dice. Alright, so let's roll out his blades. 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, Nutghoul hits on 2s. No problemo. We've got 2 6s there. I need to just double check if that does anything. 6s. Right, so these weapons have phase and rending. I think rending's on the wound roll though, isn't it?
Rending's on the wound roll.
Yeah, rending's on the wound roll. So then we roll our wound rolls here. So I am a strength of 6. So this will be wounding your guy on 3s because he's a Goliath. Okay, so that goes through 4 times, but I do get 2 rends.
Yep.
Now, Brady, what's a rend do?
It's a +1 damage, I believe.
Okay. So he has rending, so what that's going to do is 2 of those attacks are going to be a damage 2, and the other 2 are going to be damage 1. Now, because this guy has True Grit, that kind of makes this a bit more complicated. So the 2 with the 2 dice, they're going to go back to 1 dice, and the other 2 attacks that only have 1 dice roll 2 dice, but take the best result for Brendan's guy. Okay, so I'll start with those ones first. So these are the ones that roll the 2 dice and take the best results. So we got a flesh wound, we got a critical, and then we're going to roll an individual die for the other one. So we got a critical and a flesh wound. So overall, he's coup de grace.
3 flesh wounds.
Yeah.
And a critical.
Yeah. So he'll be coup de grace at the end of that. So he is taken out of action, but I don't get the consolidation move there.
Oh, not my free Goliath.
Not the free Goliath. All right. Back to you, Brendy.
Well, I don't really like you trying to get away from me, so we're just going to move this guy. 3, 4. Hello.
Oh dear. Okay. My last one is my Juve. He's my last fella. So he's over this bridge, I think. Yes, he is under the bridge. Okay, so he's going to move. He's just going to go 12. 12 gets him... Oh, do I want him there? Guess I probably do. Yeah, why not? He's a Juve. He's supposed to be in the open. Okay, he's going to come down here. Just be in the way. Right.
Alright, I activate this other Ogryn up the top here. With all this running away you're doing from me, it's not very friendly.
No.
So he'll come over to the top of this elevator and he will activate the elevator. Because I'm not keen on jumping down.
Why not, Brendy? Ogryns are really light on their toes. Nothing will go wrong. I don't have anyone else to activate.
Oh, no one else? Oh, okay, cool. I do. I'm going to activate my leader.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to stand up.
Yep.
And he's going to group activate, obviously, as well.
Yep.
I'm going to open the door with my leader.
Okay.
And then I'm going to bring this Goliath guy down. He can do a move. So 4 down to the stairs, and then another 4 up to the door here.
Yep.
So,
have you got anyone else to go?
I've activated all those guys there, and you killed my other dudes, which was sad, but okay. All right. No, I'm good.
All good. Okay, no one's left critical. There's no thing to resolve. Alrighty. So we go to our next round.
You'll need to make a bottle check.
I will need to make a bottle check. Because I'm now down 3 fighters out of my original 8. So we do a bottle check. Roll a d6 and add 3. Okay. Oh, that's bad. I'm definitely bottled. Okay. Alright, well, if I want to try to win this match, I'm going to stay in it. So we'll start with my leader. Here's a skill check. He is fine. So he will affect anyone within 12. So that's all of these guys here. So those 3 are okay. That only leaves me with 2, I think, which is the guy over here and the Juve. Alright, so my Juve's cool is 7+. And my other guy is 6+. So Delaque are pretty good with that cool. So my Juve, 7+. Okay, he's fine. And my other guy, he's also fine at 7. He was a 6. So all my guys are still staying for the next round. We'll see if we can fight our way through to that back corner. Alright, Brenny, do you want to roll, see who goes first?
Yep.
Alright. Okay, Brendy got a 4, I got a 1. So Brendy's going first.
Oh, I'm going to charge you, dude, on the left with my champion.
Yes. Fair. He actually should be on the ground level. What's your roll?
I rolled a 5.
Which is plenty.
So this last of your resistance in this corner of slaughter is going to die.
Okay.
I'm hoping. So the rolling Yark Welders again by 2. So 4 dices hitting on 3s. I've got all of those.
Yep.
And then I'm rolling 2s to wound you because it's strength 7 and you're tougher 3.
Yep.
So they're
all wounds.
No
armor, so he's going to take, what's that, 12 damage?
12 damage.
Oh, is it 2 or 3?
3.
Yeah, so 12 damage.
Yep. Yeah, the arc welders are really good.
Very expensive though, right?
AP 3, damage 3.
How much is that model worth?
Oh,
I think that
250 credits.
That's actually pretty good. That's pretty good for what he can do. He's slow, but that's a huge amount of damage.
It is massive damage. Do I have? Oh, I need more dice.
You got a scatter dice.
More dice. I do have a scatter dice.
There's a blue one there too.
More dice. All the dice.
Right.
All of our dice that we have here today. I've rolled 5 skulls.
Yeah. So again, if this was a campaign game, this would be very bad news for my my guys, because these guys would be rolling a lot on the permanent injury.
These guys would be dead.
Yeah, it'd be very likely that you'd have to bottle out, because you just would have been taking so many actual potential serious injuries.
And then he'll just consolidate 2 inches back under the bridge again.
Yep, back under the bridge.
We're going to protect that quadrant.
He's like a troll under the bridge. That's where he likes to be.
The benefit is that frees up all my other
Yes,
guys
it does free up all your guys.
that were trying to stop him from getting in.
Yep. Right. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Well, let's do some stuff. I've got to try to use the only advantage I have at the moment over you, which is my ranged attacks. We're gonna move my champion out 2 inches to there, and then he's gonna take a shot at your leader with his executioner rounds.
Oh, yes.
Because they're long range. So he's within 10 inches. Okay. My executioner rounds on my shotgun go to 16 inches, and they're +1 and over 4. So he actually gets to hit you on a 2+ with this ammunition. And we're looking at hopefully doing some damage here to your leader. Try to cause some problems. Alright, so 2+ to hit. Okay, we get our hit. And then we're going to be a strength 4 against Brendy's leader's toughness of 5. So I'm winning him on a 5. Okay, I did get a 5. So Brendy, we actually got a wound there. Now, it was a knockback, but I don't think that affected you because I only rolled a 3. However, it's 2 damage and it's -2 AP on executioner ammo. So, what have you got? What armor is your leader packing?
He's got furnace plates.
Cool.
That's it.
So that cuts through his armor.
Yep.
All right. So he just takes 2 wounds straight away. Does he get pinned?
Yeah, he'll be pinned.
So he gets pinned and he's taken 2 wounds. Well, that was actually really good. That leader down to his last wound now could be significant in trying to get into this last corner. All right, Brady, take it away.
Alright, well, I'm gonna move this Goliath guy up. He's only got a 4-inch move, so he's a bit slow. And we'll move him over to here behind this wall.
Yep.
For now.
Try to get in the way.
Yep.
Great. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to activate my... Who have I got left over there? I have got my leader, my Noctigal, and I've got my Juve. Okay. I'm going to move my Juve. So can I grab that? My Juve is going to just move into some cover over here. So he's going to come over to this position. And then he's going to just do a shot into your leader. Just hoping to get very lucky. I don't think I'll be in close range for my auto pistols. Nope, out of close range. Because auto pistols are 4 inches, I think, for close range. Yep. So shooting at your leader.
He'd be neg 1.
He'd be a neg 1 because it's long range.
No, because he's lying down.
Yeah. That's what I mean, long range lying down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whenever anyone's lying down and they're at long range, you get a -1 to hit them. So I'm shooting here, auto pistol, trying to get a 6. See what happens. Okay, nope. I got 3 shots on a 5. That would have been awesome if I didn't have that -1. Okay, that's my Juve gone. Back to you.
Gonna move
Yep.
this guy. He's gonna come and stand in front of my leader.
Great.
Maybe over there, a bit behind cover.
Yep.
You get plenty of room to get there.
Back behind that burning barrel. Alright, my next move is going to be my leader. He's going to try to leap across this gap. So he can easily do it in terms of the distance, but we're just going to do an initiative check. This is going to be another hilarious moment if he fails his initiative. He has a 3+. Let's see if he can jump across a gap. He can. Alright, cool. So my leader, he's going to leap across here, and he's going to end up his 5 over to here, moving into this position. I think I'm close enough there to maybe even shoot at that guy. I'll be risking hitting my own Juve though if I do. Yeah. I think it might be worth it. I'm just going to go for it because we're getting a bit into crazy time here. So I'm going to shoot at that guy. He's within 8 inches. If I miss here, there's a very good chance I'm just going to totally disintegrate my own Juve. So it'll be a -2 to hit him. And yeah, -2 to hit, 3+ to hit, goes to 5+ to hit. Okay, nails it. Nails it. Alright. Awesome. Okay. So now there's the big roll. We need a 3+ to wound. Okay, we got a 3. Alright, ready? Same thing as before, I think. He just goes splat, doesn't he? Oh no, because he's not in melter range.
What's the range of the gun? 8.
No, I'm in 8 inches, but I'm not in close range.
Oh, not in close range?
Yeah, because 12 inches, 6 inches is half range. So he doesn't just go splat. Because I'm not in melter. Okay, so he does take 3 wounds though, which strips him of all his wounds, yeah?
He's only got 2.
He's only got 2, so I do 3 damage, so I've overkilled him by 1. So I roll 2 injury rolls, see what happens. We got that skull. Okay. So the leader takes a 2nd scalp for the game. Okay, back to you, Brendy. Does your leader need to take a nerve test for that? Was he close enough to be?
He would be.
Yeah.
I wonder if they care. They probably do.
Oh no, there's a Lobo. Do they care about Lobos?
I think they don't.
I don't think they do either.
Let's just have a quick look. They probably do, because I don't think they've got. They're not a. The rules for these guys were brought out before they brought out. In the first book they brought out that rule about not caring about dudes.
Yeah, so Brendy's referring to the Juve's prospect rule where you just don't, hot-headed. You don't expect them to live, so you don't care if they die in front of you. So Brendy's just looking up to see if the Lobo slaves have a similar rule.
No, nothing about it. So I probably do need to make a check there.
All right, so he's going to do a nerve check here just to see how his leader takes that guy being shot in front of him.
Yeah. So it's a cool test. He doesn't care about it.
He doesn't care.
Cool 5.
Makes sense.
Yep.
All right, ready? Back to you, mate. That's somewhat changed the scenario a little bit.
This guy here, he's just going to do a move this turn. 4, and then 6, and then he's just going to drop down there. Because he doesn't care about that height difference, being that he's taller than it.
Yep.
Put him there.
Okay. All right. I've only got one thing to go, which is my Nutghoul. Okay. What is he gonna do? Yeah, I think I'm gonna jump him down. So I have to do an initiative test here. Now this is be funny if he fails. Oh, he's good. Okay, so he's gonna jump down to here, and then where's he gonna go? 5. Oh, actually, he goes 6 inches, so he goes a bit more. And then where do I want him to go? I think I might move him. I'm going to cluster up because you've got grenades on people.
No, I'm out of grenades.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. Well, thanks
So
for
I
telling
threw
me
one
that,
of
Brendy.
each, and then they just disappeared. So.
You shouldn't have told me, Brendy. Shouldn't have told me. Okay.
It's a friendly game.
It is a friendly game. Alright. So, and then he's going to use Clamber. He's going to go 1 inch over again, and then he's going to come back up here for 2.5, and another 2.5 gets him to here. So that's where my Nocturnal's going to end up. Clamber making him quite mobile on this terrain.
I'm going to roll an initiative check for the Lobo slave up the top there near the elevator. I've passed it.
Nice.
So he is jumping down.
This is crazy tactics here from the Lobo slaves. Alright, where's he going? Just kind of charge down that hallway?
And then, yeah, he's just going to try and come over here to help. Hopefully to help.
Yeah.
I've still got my leader to stand back up.
Yep.
Because you annihilated him with your melter gun.
No, I shot him with a shotgun.
Yeah, well, you hit him with something.
Yep.
That hurt.
Yeah, it did.
So he's going to move forward.
Yeah, there's execution around, so they're actually really good. Alright, so the leader's like, come at me. Alright, Brendy's forcing the issue. He's hoping for that initiative roll. Do you have anything else to do?
No, that's it.
Okay, so hang on. Let's look at this. Now, I'm broken, so I've got to redo my checks, but can you bottle?
I can actually bottle too now.
Okay, so take your bottle check.
3. 3 plus
Should
3
be fine.
is 6, so I started with 8.
Yep, so Brendy's fine. I still have to roll now to see if any of my guys are running away. So I start with my leader. Come on, leader. Okay, he's good. Now he'll then...
He'll probably get all of those
Probably
guys
get just
with
about
his 12
everybody.
inches.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's now in that central area, so my leader actually keeps everybody in the board. So that's it. So this is the big roll, Brendy.
Yellow for me.
Oh, he gets it. Okay, what's your leader going after?
Oh,
Does he want my champion?
don't know.
I think my champion's your best bet. You don't really care about the Juve.
I don't care
You
about
can't
the
get
Juve.
to my Nakgul, and you can't get to my leader, so I think you have to go to champion.
I'm going for the champion.
All right,
I'm going to charge the champion.
let's just have a quick look just at the situation here. This is really probably the turn that's going to determine the game. So we've got just a quick angle here. You can see everyone's lined up. We've got all the Delaque pouring through, and then Brendy's got his little wall here of defenders trying to hold them out of that final corner. So it's all coming down, I think, probably to this round. Okay, Brendy, go for it. Oops.
Oh,
Too excited.
too excited, threw it off the table. Rolled a 1 for my
Ooh.
charge.
How far
That should be
does it
fine.
go?
5 inches.
You get there?
You are 5 inches away
Perfect.
nicely.
Perfect. So he's in.
So we're coming over.
Alright, this might be the end of my champion, I think.
This will be the end of your champion. I need that dice that I threw on the ground though, because I've got to
Hey,
throw
let's just check something
lots
here.
of dice.
Remember my champion. My champion has faceless though. Let's
Yeah.
just quickly check if that affects melee. I don't know if it does actually, but I'll just quickly check because otherwise you're going to have to target somebody else. Faceless. No, it's only ranged. It's only a ranged attack. So you're good. All right, Brendy, do your worst to my champion.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
He is in trouble.
Let's see it roll. So I need 3s to hit you.
Yep. What'd you get?
I got
Oh,
some misses.
Not the best roll.
Not the best roll.
3's probably enough. Cool. Okay.
2s to wound you though.
2's the wound. All right, 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
And I do have armor on this guy. What's
Yep.
my negative?
AP1.
AP1. So my champion's got mesh, so he still gets a 6-up save against this. Oh, I got a 6.
Saved 1.
So what's the
Very
damage? 3?
The damage is 2.
Well, he was already wounded though, so
Yep.
he actually you still overkill him by 2. So let's roll out that damage. All you need to get here is anything but a flesh wound, Brendy.
I'm looking for those yellow skulls again that we love.
Oh, that dice is
I'm certain these yellow dice is jinxed.
it's the worst. It's the worst. All right,
Sorry,
so
mate.
that guy's splattered. He is gone. Okay, Brendy.
I'll consolidate that guy.
Consolidate. Yep.
too.
Oh man.
He's just going to consolidate into some cover. Well, knock the barrier over, knocking everything over. Good job. Good job. Good job. I don't know what's going on, Dave. This
He's
barrier.
just crashing into things.
He's so scared.
He's so scared.
There's a melter gun that just
There's
shot
a
him.
guy with a melter gun.
He's got a
right
hole
front
in
of
him.
him. Okay. All right. We're going to go. I think. I'm going to try to play this mission. I'm going to play for the mission. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we're going to go. My Juve is going to activate next.
Not the Juve.
My Juve is going to activate next. He's going to move down 5, right in front of this Goliath.
Not
And
my
then
Juve.
he's going to shoot your Goliath in the face with an auto pistol. So his bliss skill is 5. He's close range, so he'll be a 4. Let's see if I can get some extra hits with this auto pistol. 4 plus to hit. Okay, I hit you once with a jam. I'll roll out the jam. I'm out of ammo, but I did hit you once.
Okay.
Okay, so this guy got a hit. And then we're going to roll to see if I wounded you, which I need a 5 plus. I did not wound you, so I just pinned you.
Great. Great.
Okay. Thank you, Brendy.
Sadly, I can't charge you, but I can stand up and I can shoot you with my stub gun.
Blast me in the face.
Blast you in the face. So I'm going to be blissing skill of 5, but you're in close range, which is great. That's going to go down to a 4. And I missed.
Oh, okay.
And I missed.
Okay. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Well, my Nucked Ghoul's going to go probably next. He's going to go down that ladder next to him. And then, so that's, what's that down? 2.5. And then he's going to move the rest of his 9.5 or 9 inches will get him up to this thing here. Now, I'm still not close enough to score that final thing, but maybe next turn I can get in there.
Gonna move down to the door.
Yep.
Gonna open the door.
Oh my god. Alright. Alright. Okay, my leader, he's gonna do an aim shot down at this Ogryn here. So that's a Lobo Slave, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna shoot that Lobo Slave with our melter. We're gonna do an aim shot because he's using a little bit of cover. So that means I'm gonna go back to a 3+ to hit shot, I think.
You can only see his head.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Alright. He is a bit closer.
Pretty heavy cover.
Okay. We're going to have to move then.
I mean, if you came out, you could...
Well, if he's in heavy cover, I may as well go for your leader. Because I think the leaders... If they're both in heavy cover, the leader's a bit closer. So
yeah.
I'll aim at the leader. So -2. What's my range to your leader? Might actually be closer anyway. He is. He's in close range. So I'm +2, -2. So I go back to my 3+ to hit you. Okay, I did hit you. Leader is wounded on a 3+. Oh my goodness, Brendy. That's the big one. Alright, so this cut straight through your armor. He is just gone. Okay. Alright, another scalp for that melter gun. It's amazing what it can do when it's actually got ammunition. Isn't it?
I'm going to take the opportunity. I'm going to move.
Yep.
This guy all the way over there.
Yep. Alright, have you got anything left to go? Because I think that's me done. Oh, you got that champion there, that's right.
I do.
The troll, you should call him Troll. He likes hiding in the bridges.
I'm going to come over 4 inches to here, which should put me in range of that door. Yep. That door's going to come open too.
You open that door. Alright, so here's the situation. We have my leader over here who's been sniping people with a melter gun. I have 2 fighters left down in this corner who are desperately trying to get me that last thing. I've got the Nuck Ghoul and I've got a Juve, and Brendy's moving in on them with 3 different Ogryns, and he also has one of his pit fighters.
Slave Juves.
Slave Juves there as well. So he's outnumbering me, and it's not looking great. It's not looking great, but we're trying to get there. All right, now I am bottled. Brendy, end around. See if your guys are gonna now bottle. Now you've lost your leader, so if you fail this might be a big thing.
5 and 4 is 9. So
that's 9. So you have bottles as well.
Yep.
So you start with your champion, but I don't think he's within. Let's just check. He might be within 6 of this guy.
So he's cool.
He is. He's within 6 of the Lobo.
He's a 7, which I get.
Yep. So that Lobo Slave is
what about
okay.
the other one?
So no, he's out of 6, I think. Oh no, he's in 6. No, he's got them. He's got them both.
So then the other thing
So
you
this
have to
guy.
roll for is the Goliath. He's cool as 7.
He's good too. All right, so everyone's hanging around.
What about
Right, so I
yours?
need to roll for mine. So my leader, he's good. So he will get
he'll
the
definitely be out
Juve.
of range.
You get the Juve. No, he gets the Juve.
Yep. What
But
about
the Nuck Ghoul, this is the big one. Okay, he's good.
He's good.
Yep, he's hanging around. Okay, so let's see who's going first.
Yellow dice for Ogryns.
Oh!
No!
Okay. Alright, I gotta make this count, don't I? Oh dear. I've gotta make this count.
I know what you can do. And it's so silly.
I mean, my options here are pretty limited. All I can try to do is hope that my cool keeps me on the board and just try to actually kill your guys off. Because your Ogryns are slow enough that I can sort of stay... I can try to stay away and then kill them off and get the numbers down. Yeah, I don't know. I think... The other crazy thing I could do is I could jump my leader down and then try to melter gun this guy. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go for the kill here. So my Nut Ghoul is gonna charge. I think it's gonna charge your Goliath.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go into the back of the Goliath, like so. Don't need to roll it because I'm only like 3 inches away. All right. I'm gonna roll 6 attacks. Okay, that's a lot of hits. And then we're looking for 6s from rending on the next roll. Okay, no 6s. Now your Goliath is tough 4, isn't he? So
He is tough 4.
I don't think I'm winning on 2s. I think I'm strength 6, so I'm winning on 3s. So 5 wounds.
Yep.
No armor in the back, or does he have 6? Oh, he does have 6.
He's got no armor.
Oh, no armor. That's right, because he's a slave guy.
He's a slave guy, but he's got true grit.
That's right. Yeah. So I'm going to roll out.
So you need to roll 2.
They're all 1 damage each, but we're rolling 2. Okay. So the first one. Right. First roll. Okay. Flesh wound. Second roll. Flesh wound. Third roll. Flesh wound. Fourth roll.
Well, the 4th flesh wound would have killed him.
Yeah, would have killed him anyway. So he's just decapitated him. All right,
you should roll the last one.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah. Well, I got skulls anyway.
Well, you did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Criticals. Yeah.
Criticals.
So,
okay.
I mean, if you rolled skulls, yeah.
All right. So he's then going to just dip back into cover. So I'm going to play the long game here and just try to outlast you. So I've killed that guy. That's all I can do that turn.
How
right.
rude.
How rude.
How rude. All right, I'm going to charge you, Juve.
Yep.
Juve has been charged.
So he's dead.
2 attacks, +1/+1, with axes from Lobo.
Yeah.
He is hitting on 4s. They all hit.
Yep.
Axes have disarm, so if you live, you don't.
I do have a
be
pistol, so I can use that in melee. So I can't use my pistol now.
And then strength is 6, so 2's to wound. Missed one of those.
Yep.
3 go through.
And no armor.
No armor.
So you just roll out your injury.
No
rolls.
AP. Oh, excellent. I'm looking for that
Interesting.
yellow dice.
Oh.
I'm
It's like every single time.
I'm convinced that yellow dice. It's got your number. Hey.
Oh mate. Okay. All right. He's gone. Okay. That just leaves him with my leader. So
He'll consolidate as well.
yeah, sure.
And I need to get close to you.
Yeah.
And I need to get away from your leader.
You're gonna force the issue, don't you?
Yeah.
All right. Well, my leader's got to come down now because he's sort of a bit too far away to do anything. So he'll just move to the edge and then jump down. So again, we're going to roll an initiative check. We get 3 plus here. This is where he breaks his leg and dies. No, he's fine. This leader has like he has rolled everything he needed to roll except for that first shot. Everything else, he has been perfect. Okay, perfect. So he comes over his 4 to there, gets into here, and then I guess we can see that Ogryn nicely. We'll take a shot at the Ogryn. We're just out of close range. We're at 6.5 inches, so not insta death, but probably if I hit him, it's probably not going to matter too much. All right, so shooting. Ready? Just want to have a look and see if there's any obstacles like coming from that side. I just can't see. It looks like he might be in the open.
He's in the open.
He's in the open?
Easily
okay.
in the open. Yeah.
In the open. All right, hitting you on 3s. Got a hit. Now I need the big 3+ to wound. There's the wound. So all his wounds are gone. I overkill him twice, I think. Is that right?
Two
wounds. And he's critical. So he's down critical with a flesh wound.
What does he get a flesh wound for?
Because he rolled 2 criticals.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's down critical with a flesh wound. Okay. There you go.
Yeah,
all right.
Not very cool. I'm going to come over 8 inches.
Yeah.
Actually, 4, 8.
Alrighty.
You're out of activations.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, that's it.
So 4, 8.
Whew. Okay, and around. So now we're going to see who's. Now this is big. Anyone who runs here, this is.
Well, I need to
really
make
big.
a recovery roll.
Oh, true. That's right. And you have got a guy there.
Yep.
So. Okay. So he doesn't take any further injuries, but he is still critical. Okay. And then you. I'll roll my bottle checks. So my leader, my nerve check. Sorry, he's fine with 6, and my knuckle.
Would he be within 12? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
anyway.
matter, yeah. Sorry.
You rolled
I
anyway.
rolled 6s on the knuckle. I didn't actually think to measure, but he might not be.
Alright.
Yeah.
7 for me. Yep. And that covers
Yep.
all my dudes.
Yep. Okie doke. This is another big roll here, Brendy.
Yellow dice.
Oh. Okay, but I gotta do something here. Interesting. I think I gotta activate the leader, don't I?
Well, you don't have to.
Um,
You don't have to. I mean,
That's true. I don't have to. All right, we're in a tricky spot here. So we've got a situation where I've got 2, Brendy's got 2. I get the first activation, and you can see here that we're in a bit of trouble because I've it's kind of like whoever I go with, the other person's probably going to be in trouble. I don't know if a Nakgul. I mean, a Nakgul could probably take an attack from a Lobo Slave, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Let's hope you can, because I think I need to deal with your champion. So, my leader's just going to move over sideways a bit. Actually, no, I'm going to move him this way. I'm going to move him this way 5. No, because where am I going to go? I just need to get in the open so I can get an open shot now. Yeah. Oh, look, I'll bring him this way. So leader's going to come back this way. So it's just nice open shot on that champion. Alright, it all sort of... I mean, if I don't kill him, he's going to kill me. So we'll see what happens. Alright. Rolling out our shots. We need a 2+. Okay, we got the hit. Now we need the wound. 3+ to wound. Got it, Brendy.
He's got 3 wounds.
Yep, so it goes through his 3 wounds.
You're out of short range.
I'm in short range.
Are you?
Yeah, 6 inches. I'm at 4.
What's your range on your melter? 12.
6 to 12, yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's dead.
There's
nothing I can do about it. You reduced his wounds to 0, so...
Yep. So he just got one-shotted. So another guy, another scalp for the melter gun.
Lobo will charge.
Yep.
Rolled the dice. Got a 5. Excellent. Charges in. Do we kill the net girl? 3 dice, +1 for charging. Let's have a look and see. 2 miss. 3 miss, in fact.
Okay.
Yeah. 1 wound.
1 wound. Nakgul has mesh and armored undersuit, so he makes his save.
Yep, so you can fight back.
Fight back. He's got paired blades, +1 from being armed with 2 weapons. He's got 5 attacks. Hitting you on 2, so miss with 1. And then 1. What's your toughness? 4, isn't it?
5.
5. So, winning on 3s because I'm strength 6. Okay. Very good. So that's
2 rending.
2 rending, so they become 2 damage. That's 1 damage.
Yep.
What am I dealing with armor wise?
Hazard suit.
Okay, I think I've got a neg. Oh, Serpent's Fangs. They don't have any negative AP. That's interesting. They just have phase, so that they. Oh no, they ignore armor. That's what phase does. It just ignores armor.
Is it field armor or?
No, it ignores armor. So
okay.
That's every type of armor it ignores. Okay, so that all went through. So that's 5 damage. So that takes him down to what, overkill by 4.
So he has 2 wounds.
Yep. So the first 2
So yeah,
Take
you
his
roll
wounds.
4 dice.
Yeah, 4 dice. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Let's use some of these fancy yellow ones. See if I can get a skull with them. Oh, I got a skull with a black one. Good enough.
That's a black skull.
Yeah.
You sure you roll the yellow dice? They always roll skulls.
Yeah. All right. So
well, he's dead.
that guy's dead. I think that's got me the game. Really.
It pretty much will. My other guy's already critical.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the turn, I'd have to roll his critical.
Yep.
He's critical again,
So
so
he
he takes another flesh wound. I couldn't stop you from basically moving your dudes over, unless you fail your bottle checks, which
True.
is the other thing we need to do. So,
Yep.
do my Lobo Slave.
Fine.
He is fine, actually.
Yep.
They're Lobo, they're cool as 5.
Oh, I hadn't activated yet either. I hadn't activated him because that was retaliation. So he would have moved.
Yeah.
So that gets me down to
He
that
could have
corner.
charged that guy.
I'm not going to charge him because I want to go. I want to finish the objective. So we go down the corner. So I'm now within the 6 inches, and
Yep.
then I do a cool check for my leader. It's fine. Cool check for my other guy. He's fine. Brendy's fine. I place my final thing. Boom. Mission done.
Yep.
So it really came down to that final.
Really came down to your melter gun.
Once the melter gun got back over here where most of your guys were, he could just. And I mean, he as long as he gets that hit and that wound roll is the dangerous thing because he can hit pretty well, but on an Ogryn he still needs to wound on a 3+. But he was taking everybody out. And really, without him, I think. I mean, the Nutgul wouldn't have been able to fight his way through all your guys. So, yeah, brutal. Melter guns are brutal.
Yep, you really needed that melter gun.
Yeah, because I think if you had a more traditional sort of weapon like a grenade launcher or even a plasma gun,
Grenade launcher wouldn't have killed that many
no,
models.
even
The thing
that
that was killing the models is the fact that half range removes the model.
and because he was able to get close enough, he could drop a guy.
And I just don't have any range, so
No, so
I threw my grenades early, and you killed my gun straight up. So
yeah. Well, I knew that if I didn't kill your gun, he would just stay above me, and may not hit me every turn, but he'd keep, he'd be in my back, pinning me constantly at least.
Yep.
So I knew I had to deal with him if I was going to have any chance to move forward. And yeah.
However, in a campaign, would you have actually stayed?
No chance.
With that many injuries.
After that second guy, who I think you did 4 skulls to, so in a campaign, you just wouldn't. This is the great thing about Skirmish: you can stick it out and really fight it out to the death.
Yeah.
But in a campaign, you only do that when it really matters, and even then, you sort of. There's no way you would with an Ogryns gang wouldn't have sat there and taken that many casualties.
Probably
because
not, no.
You'd be really worried about.
I think once I'd gotten down and four were left, I probably might have looked at bailing at that
but
point.
I would have bottled way before you did because I lost maybe 4 guys I think before I was able to start turning the tide a bit, and those first 2 or 3 guys you had overkilled them so much that I would have been rolling out all those injuries, and there would have been probably. At least 2 of them are probably going to need to go to a doctor.
Yeah.
And in a campaign, you just don't want to risk people dying, or especially if you've only got your champions and your leader left on the board, you don't want to risk those guys then getting really seriously injured either.
No, that's right.
Yeah. So in a campaign game, this would not have been fight to the death. It would have I would have definitely bottled out in about the 3rd or 4th turn. But because we're playing a skirmish, you can sort of just not worry about what happens to you guys long term, and you can just keep fighting until it's over. So, but that's a pretty interesting mission, that one, because you can sort of get, I think, 2 maybe 3 of the points with an infiltrator or something like that. You can get that pretty quickly, but then it's that other 2 points, either the middle or 2 of the corners, that then become hard to get to because the opponent can then sort of, like you did, you make a sort of defensive position, and then you've got to really fight your way to it.
Yep.
Really interesting. I think that's definitely a fun mission to play. Very tactical mission to play. Very different from a lot of the more standard gang fights and things that you do. So yeah. Anyway, so that was Delaque and
Ogryns.
Ogryns and the melter gun. The melter gun really deserves its own.
You mean Delaque and the melter gun?
The melter gun and Delaque is what that was. The melter gun and Delaque.
The Ogryns versus the melter gun.
Yeah,
Alright,
yeah,
cool.
exactly. Alright, thanks for watching everybody, and we'll see you in the next game.